not be able to do any of these things I mentioned without first doing this. I'll repeat that for you. You will not be able to do anything. Go ahead, click off the video if you do not get this step here. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Just.Londen, and y'all know the vibes. Y'all seen the video title. We're gonna explain to you guys how in the world did we go from graduation to apartment in 2 cars. Like, that sounds crazy to me. I know you guys are here to listen. I'll try to make this quick, try to teach you guys some different ways, and we will have new videos coming, so stay tuned, please, and thank you. Make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, leave a comment on other things that you do. If you want to hear more about this type of content, if you want to see something else, just let me know. I will gladly appreciate it and take into consideration for my next video. Honestly though, we're just gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna jump straight into how I got my apartment, how I got my first car, what happened to my first car, and why and how did I get the second car. You will not be able to do any of these things I mentioned without first doing this. You need a credit card, okay? You need a secure credit card or just a regular credit card, anything you can get your hands on, whether you can become an authorized user on your parents' account, anything. But you will need some type of credit to get started, okay? While this isn't something you need right out the gate, once you start to go apply for those apartments, try to get that car, they will run your credit. So you're gonna need some source of credit. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning on how all of this happened. Pretty much after I turned 18, I went ahead and got my credit card. I understood that after watching TikTok, YouTube, all the shorts and stuff, the longer you hold your credit card, the better it's gonna look on your credit profile. You'll have a higher score, all of that. So after you get your credit card, you're gonna wanna get a job. That's really what I did. I ended up maintaining 2 to 3 jobs all the way between senior year and let's say maybe a year onward. So beginning of senior year, I was probably I was 17 at the beginning of senior year, working 3 jobs. Halfway through, I dropped to just 2. After I turned 18, I think I was doing 2 to 3 jobs as well, all the way through the summer. I ended up saving about 10K, a little under, I think it was around 10K before I actually started looking at apartments with my girlfriend. But it was a complete accident on how we got the apartment, so I'm about to explain to you guys what really happened. Okay, so me and my girl, we wanted to go look at apartments. We knew it was about that time. We wanted to get from under our parents' wings and kind of live life on our own a little. So we were looking at apartments. We came across this nice apartment that I'm in right now. It was a little low for the price, so we were a little confused. We thought we were signing paperwork to basically for them to hold the apartment for us until we were ready. We wanted to look around a little bit more, but I actually ended up getting a call the next day saying that my lease started the following day. So when we went and looked at the apartments, it was on a Saturday. I was at work the next day. On Sunday, they called me and said the lease starts Monday, the next day, literally. So right then and there, me and my girlfriend worked together at the time. We both had to leave work early, pack everything into my blue minivan, which was my first car. Oh my God. It was a hand-me-down, but we packed everything in. It actually worked out for the better in the long run. We only had to take 1 trip. We went to my house, stuffed everything I could in the minivan, slid to my girlfriend's house at the time. We stuffed as much things as we possibly could into the van so we did not have to rent a U-Haul or anything. We moved in. It took us 1 to 2 days to kind of get everything in the rooms that we wanted to go in. And after that, we were right back to the grind. We both needed cars at this point. We only had the minivan as our transportation. We no longer live with our parents. So we had to figure something out. We put our heads down, grinded, and we saved up as much as we can, literally. We both worked at the same place still for a little second. She actually ended up getting her car right after I got mine, but here is how I got mine. I saved up a 4K deposit. I went to the dealership. First dealership we went to, I couldn't get the financing contract right. I think they wanted like $700-800 a month for the monthly payment. I couldn't afford that. I didn't want to spend too much on car payments, so keep this in mind when you're going to buy your first car. The higher deposit you have, the less you're going to pay in monthly installments, because the less you're going to basically be financing for. And never forget about your insurance. That's going to come into role later. But basically, I went to the second dealership. I was able to make something shake, talk something out. I was able to get my payments around $540, I believe, with a $4K down deposit. With a $4K deposit, and I basically got the first car I had ever purchased, the biggest purchase of my life. I'm gonna put it on screen right here for you guys to see. But pretty much, yeah, that's exactly what I did. I went and got the 4K, went to the second dealership, negotiated a little bit, talked down my monthly payments, and boom, I was good from there. With the insurance part, I want to give you guys a huge tip. This is going to save you thousands of dollars, literally. With your insurance, if you're under the age of 25, I think, or 21 here in Georgia, your insurance is through the roof. As I'm sure most of you know, or actually, you guys don't because you're on the video. But you will find out that if you're under the age of 21, your insurance is going to be more than basically anybody else in the market. I believe when I was searching prices, I went to Geico, all these other people, Progressive and stuff like that. Everyone was charging me between $500 to $800 a month for insurance. When I tell you my insurance was costing more than my car payment, I was ready to return the car right then and there. When I tell you I did not even want to drive anymore, I was ready to throw everything away. But I had a close connection with the dealer, and they pretty much told me, hey, if you get signed on with your parents' insurance, their insurance will be upped a little bit with the monthly payment, but it will not be anywhere near $500 to $800. I think it went up $200, $300. So that was a huge save on the insurance's part. Thank you so much to Progressive. I actually ended up totaling out that first car after 2 months, right before my first payment, and it was crazy. I was horribly terrified. I didn't know what was going on. It was crazy. It was crazy. I'll put a little clip on the screen for you guys to see, but boom, this is what my car looked like. It was completely a mess. While I do think it was still my fault, somehow I was able to talk the cop into, you feel me, razzle dazzle the cop into putting it on another dude, you feel me? So he actually paid for my whole car to get fixed. I'm so grateful for it. They ended up paying off the whole car, so I was no longer in that debt of the car. So now we're back at step one. Actually, we're -1. We don't even have the minivan anymore. Don't have the first car. We're basically riding around with my girlfriend in her car that I helped her get. Not with money or anything, but basically just kind of helped to push her to get that car. But second car, I had to start from square one, okay? I had to grind everything back up. I actually went and did the exact same thing. I went and got another 4K, used that as a deposit, got the car, but I actually went to Carvana this time. Carvana actually has some solid prices in our area compared to the dealerships. I was also actually able to talk the price down to $419 a month and keeping that same between $200, $300 price range for insurance. So that was absolutely beautiful that I was able to do that. Huge shout out to Carvana. They really came in clutch with that one. But I actually ended up getting the same car again, just in a different color. I'll put it on the screen on this side, let you guys see. It looks great. I still have it till today. I'm not sure whether I want to put mods on it or not, but it's got a lot of work to come. But yeah, that is exactly how I went from graduation to my first apartment to 2 cars. All at the age of 18. Crazy, man. But thank you guys for tuning into the video, man. This was a little bit of boring video today, but if you guys stick to the end, thank you for watching. Let me know if you want to see more